Gemini, welcome to Moonlight Truth Studios. For those of you that do not know, I am Mama So. I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups, and all my imperfections and irritations too. I come with all aspects of who I am, whether up, down, shadow, ego, because it's all a lesson that we all have to come to realize that we are holistic. So, Gemini, we are now in your season. And what I need you to know, lighting some Palo Santo, what I need you to know is that you're a Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, whatever you're here for, right? It is connected to other uh, axis, other energy, other elements that helps you to bring balance and homeostasis into your internal and external realm of yourself. So, you're part of the mutable cross. Okay. So Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. You may want to check those videos out as well to collect your pieces, your bits and pieces of your nugget. Mama Soul does not have the microwave effect around here. Okay. All that jazz, you know what to do when you come into the house. No one should have to tell you what to do here in the YouTube streets. Okay. I am not much for introduction, but however I'm going to say something. Okay. So Gemini, oops. Do keep in mind that this is still general. Take what is for you, leave the rest, okay, for someone else. If it don't fit, don't try to make it. Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors of our greatest good and our highest vibration. What is it that we, me, in the energy of Gemini, need to see, hear, or know at this time within this season? Let's get some overarching energy. I do want to see if there's a specific house or zodiac, that may come out that can actually be the ruling house wherever your Gemini energy is. Your Gemini energy can be in the 12th house. So it's the energy of Pisces, the house of Pisces, or the seventh house, the house of Libra, which kind of opens up the energy more in what and who you are, okay? To identify your purpose within your personality of your sun, moon, or rising. Moon is mostly the things that you try to suppress and hide, okay? I just heard sure enough, show enough. Astrological influence. Sixth house. Patterns, habits, routines, health regimens, work. Okay. So my Gemini energy, service, pets. You're not, you're meant to fulfill your divine contract. So there's something around the sixth house that may be very significant here for you to serve or for you to change some type of daily habit, whether that's a work habit, a workaholic, being overcritical, paying too far attention to details, to the minutes and the seconds, and not really allowing the self to observe the deeper meaning behind it all, in which you may specifically be dealing with. Okay. So, sixth house energy. Let's see with the T. What's coming forward? What is the T coming forward for my Geminis, for the energy of Gemini that lives and abides in all of us? We are all going to be affected by the Uranus Gemini shift from Taurus. We all have been dealt with in our own way within the Chiron and Aries, okay, where all of the energies, they just show up in so many different ways, so many different situations, faces, trials, tribulations, I cannot express. That's why it's enough, but that's why it's also important to learn thyself, to know thyself, okay? She's still here. Queen rising. I feel like that's that feminine energy, connecting back into that feminine energy, making and creating space, you know, for this meditation, mental clarity, calming within the critical realms of the mind, or even the conflicting spaces within one's emotions. I hear. What do we need to see at this time? What's the overarching energy? Romantic love affair. What? The unhealthy habit, unhealthy routine. Okay. Well, Gemini. Romantic love affairs. Okay. I'm getting multiple partners. Of course, affair, right? But this affair, let me tell you something. You're innocent. You're in your relationship and your commitment with your significant other, your husband, your wife. It doesn't matter. But you're in your mind painting what you want your sex life to be like, getting that passion and that drive back into it, thinking about certain moments, certain times, or looking at certain characteristics or behaviors or patterns of a past lover. This is still an affair. It's mental affair. It's a mental threesome. Whether you're in the act and you're pretending, you know, you're pretending in that routine, you're pretending that, oh, this is all joy, oh yeah, da 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 da, but then you go and get your dildo, or then you go and have to jerk off because you're still not pleased. However that may look, that's just what's coming in at this time. Okay. There's something else here. We want to do this, and then we're going into Santa Morte. Resistance. Resistance. I keep hearing body affairs. Okay, so body, we're going to get a healing bones. I wasn't sure, but we're going to get a healing bones because this is bodily affairs as well. Almost as if there's a part of you that wants to tell on you, or the energy is radiating out of you. And it's something that my Geminis, there's something that you're going to have to change, that structure. You're going to have to change that routine, that habit, that pattern. And it's going to require endurance. It's going to, putting in the exercise, putting in the work, putting in the mental, uh, I heard diary, I heard mental diary, but then me, the earth and hollow, wanted to try and go fix it. So I'm stumbling. Anywho. But yeah, it's like there's a body part. There's something about a body part that wants to come forward to serve. Let's move this over here like so. Oh, you want to come on? Can y'all stand up? Yeah, because there isn't very strong energy of unhealthy, the sexual fix, because love at home isn't passionate. It's missing some things. Lots of miscommunications or misunderstandings, around what it is that you desire, around what it is that you seek. There's certain details that you want someone to be able to pay attention to, but everybody's process is not the same. If there's something that you need someone to pay attention to, or to hit that spot, then you have to communicate it. You have to break that habit in holding and isolating those type of emotional expressions from coming out of your mouth. Okay, because that's like a closed mouth don't get fed. Am I saying that right? Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe we are. The brain. Mama soul don't never have the lights, nothing right. Okay. Faults, flaws, hiccups, and all. I am not a professional videographer. Okay. I am just push the button, show the hell up. So many words. There's a dire need for what? The dire need of change. Dire need of change. I do want to see some energy in the sixth house. You know, like if Scorpio, Sagittarius, the mouth, communication, the mouth, the food that you eat, what you allow into your body. Whether this is a literal thing of an affair or this is an affair with food. Okay? Not feeling gorgeous or handsome anymore. Not that golden stallion anymore, you know? Not that Barbie, teenage cheerleader, figure anymore. Because of what you're consuming. The shadow is here to shed some light. If you are still here, I appreciate you. Because we can't make it up. My cards don't want to stay on the table. They don't want to stay up where I had them. So this is just confirming what was already spoken. Okay, this is source validating. This is, your higher self or your guides or your ancestors enforcing it. Enforcing it. Because it was already spoken. Rewind if you have to. The bell in your ear. The bell in your ear. It's almost like a school bell. It's almost like a school bell ringing in your ear. Or maybe a dream of a bell. A symbolism of a bell. Let's go into this further. You see what's currently going on beneath the surface, okay? So I kind of want to go into the undercurrent and the haunted past, okay? Go higher. I am not here for the microwave effect, okay? I'm going to take my time to channel and bring the messages forward. I'm not going to hide behind the scene and pause and edit to smoke my cigarette or light my candle. I am being authorized by my team in the higher dimensions to get in the feel of alive. They really, in my absence here in recording, have been really getting on me about that. Why did you change the program and doing all of this editing? If you're not doing a clip, why are you doing this? And I say, you know what? You're right. Because I don't like it. And I ain't getting paid for it neither. Not yet, anyway. Okay. Where you at, girl? Because my lips is getting parched. Because my cigarette is pulling it off of my lips. Okay. I'm either before you, I'm the mama to nurture you, to give you that spiritual butt whooping, to give you that sound advice or encouragement. I'm going to come with all of the different ways and how it channels and is spoken through me, because what is spoken through me may be a familiar way that someone, or how you're hearing certain things inside of you to be confirmation. But here in my Geminis right now, what I'm seeing with this romantic love affair, whether this is literal or figurative, okay, it's really important for you to start taking some sound advice and allowing yourself to be observant in how and what you're consuming every day, what you're feeding your mind, what you're feeding your heart, what you're giving your body energetically, however. Okay. There's a deep seated root. I really want a zodiac in the sixth house outside of you. If it's not a zodiac, I'm putting it back. The zodiac is the strongest at this time. Listen to the guidance of your soul. Okay. It's not important. The structure is what's important, because these are the things that are going to be changing and moving quickly if certain things within your own shifts don't take place and you don't listen to your guidance. Okay, so y'all don't want me to fill in your own void. Go look and see what's in your sixth house. Okay. Where's the undercurrent? I need to see. The rude. I heard the rude and the treacherous. Ooh. Death. Santa Morte. Retribution. Retribution. That's too open. Death, rebirth. That's obvious because that's the change. The closing the door of the old. Not listening to your body and what it's communicating to you, what you're feeling within your romance or about yourself, and coming to be reborn into hearing and listening and participating and becoming devoted, because sixth house energy of daily routines and habits that we build and work ethics and things of service, it's really a habit. I mean, anywho, I didn't quite say that right. It's built over time through endurance, through showing up, through taking the course of actions, whatever that may be within your health, your diet, your routine, your work, you know, the undercurrent. It's as if your mental, emotional body is really wanting to eliminate certain traumas within the past. What is this haunting past? What's in this haunting past? Other than repeated cycles within habit and how we serve and build and utilize our skills or don't utilize our skills. Oh, that's a whole story. She laid it down on the table. We have the Fool, the Ten of Cups, and Judgment. The awareness. This is the awareness of family patterns It's almost like the naive, being naive, starting families when in essence you had certain red flags, certain signs that you've seen, but you chose not to because of some area within your insecurity, or some area I'm hearing within your level of greed, or somewhere within the area of manipulating the mind because of the heart wanting particular desires to exist. I'm hearing something about scrutiny, awareness to the scrutiny, the family scrutiny. It's like they're a bad name, like received a bad name. I don't know. Okay. I'm just hearing it, so I'm speaking it. It's like scrutiny is what I'm hearing. Like a family bad rep, like a bad rep. But this is also bad rep. It's more within the work and within the affair, the disloyalty. And then because of the over consumption of wanting to fulfill the fleshly desires. And this mouth is also other people that's been communicating. This is the past, the haunt, something in the past, the haunting past. Checking the reasons and why you're within your relationship or your union in the first place. Is it for the new adventure, within truth, or is it just being a fool to the mind and the emotion? This can be that sixth house energy, Virgo, that people pleasing, to please others because of a fear of being alone, allowing the self to actually come to the acceptance of whatever riffraff. Remember, the table of energy turns. Take what's for you, leave the rest. Supreme superpower. Mm. Is that my door? Okay. Aligned action and a superpower. I do desire that Mama Soul is making herself clear here. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit that bell notification so you know when I upload, and maybe one day go live. I gotta have some more participants in, and I would love to see more views on my lengthy messages than on my shorts, to encourage me to get up here and really go live. Okay. Supreme, what is the aligned action that the Gemini energy of we need at this time that is connected to this message? Is that it? That's it. Victory and success. The aligned action, victory and success. Six of Wands, victory and success. What is this victory and success? That's what I want. What is this victory and success as the aligned action? Because there's the that's also the old differently, but this is also the depiction of the fool in a standard tarot deck, usually with the dog and its bag on its back. Whereas this fool card looks a little bit different, as if it's checking its inventory before the travel, before taking the leap of faith. The aligned action is to get into position to take the faith, the jump of faith, for bringing the changes, allowing the transformations to take place, allowing the self to investigate into those dark moments or those hidden truths that we suppress within ourselves, coming to see how us fantasizing of another moment with someone else, or making up and creating this in our mind, how it does create a level of disloyalty. Eight of Swords. That feels like the disloyalty. Let's get the superpower. This is something innate that your soul is trying to bring into your awareness through you coming to sit down and creating space to actually meditate and to collect your thoughts, and to observe the details within the innate parts of your heart. This is also the space where we start to do the investigations within those things around the Ten of Cups, the matters of the heart. Why is it that we keep allowing ourselves to accept being someone's lover, or being someone's mistress, or being someone's sugar daddy, or whatever? Okay. Be patient with yourself. This Uranus Gemini energy is really going to bring some things down within. Okay. There's going to be positive in the midst as well. But we have to remember, Gemini, that it's important to count your blessings, no matter what they look like or how they show up and appear. Because the difficulty, at first may look very tragic and unfortunate, but tapping within the self allows you to come to see the greater good, the greater purpose, and what it's here to serve for you, the individual. Remembering the prayers that you've called out, that you've asked and seeked for answers. Some of you, I'm hearing, are receiving the answers, but are still choosing not to take the required actions to bring the change. Whether this is your work, this is not following the inner compass. Now I see why you're here. This is not following the inner compass of your guide, of your soul. That's not listening. That's not being a student and doing the assignment. So you can come from elementary school, middle school, and high school, graduate. Then once you graduate from high school, then you can decide if you want to go further into the mystical systems or further into X, Y, and Z and expand. But then that's when it becomes more of your choice. But first, this is the healing phases, the reclaiming phases that are the most important fundamental structures. Let's go. What is the superpower? And then Mama Soul is out of here. It is such an honor to be here, to share your space with you, to channel for you. What is the superpower? Gemini. Okay. Gemini. And then Mama Soul is out of here. Sacrifice. You have the ability to sacrifice. You have the ability to create space. You have the ability. Your superpower is that you can change it. You can do this on your own. This is the perception. the perception within the mind, how you perceive it, how you document it, and allow it to filter into your heart. You have the superpower to be able to stop that, to bring the awareness into the emotions, to gain the infinite wisdom that is trying to communicate to you, so that you can go into your mind with surety, with trust. Some don't want me to communicate to you, but that's okay. Divine ignited, the alchemist, the enlightened one, you sacrifice the power. You have the power in you. Create the space that is necessary for you so that you can transmute and transform the things within your habits or the things within your patterns, for your health or your work environments, etc. Take the necessary leaps of faith. Follow those nudges when you feel those nudges. Those nudges and sometimes want to sound insane or maybe even feel insane, but they're important for us because they help us to experience what it is that our soul is trying to lead us to, and the reason for later on we come to better understand. And until then, Mama So.